Hi everyone and welcome to Homerino Collectibles, where today we're going to be taking a look at the NECA Pacific Rim Ultimate Striker Eureka. Now I have the Ultimate Gypsy Danger on the way from Big Bad Toy Store, and that's actually where I got this figure from as well. Now I have the Crimson Typhoon, the regular version, but I don't have a Cheno Alpha, and I really want one, but they're pretty hard to track down. And we're not going to get ultimate versions of those because we've seen that NECA are not actually making any more for this movie, at least for this first movie. I mean, when Pacific Rim 2 comes around, they'll probably pick the license up again and carry on with more stuff then, but for right now, we're not going to get those other figures, and that really sucks. I would love to get ultimate versions of the other figures. I mean, ultimate versions of all of their stuff are just absolutely fantastic. They come in these amazing boxes that showcases all the stuff that it comes with and the stuff that you can do. We got some awesome designs right here, and there is the bottom. If we open it up, they always have the little Velcro tab. You can see a really nice spec right there, like blueprints. And then we have a design as if it's like in its bay, like its parking bay, where it's lying dormant, ready to be used to kick some ass. We got the accessories floating around in the box on the sides right here. It just looks absolutely phenomenal, and it's packaged awesomely. It makes it feel like a much more expensive figure, which is definitely much appreciated. So let's go ahead and get this thing open and take a closer look. And here is Striker Eureka out of the packaging. This thing looks absolutely phenomenal. It's essentially a scaled down version of the really big, I think it's 18-inch version that they do, and it looks absolutely awesome. So it's a ton better than the original Striker Eureka that was released. There's more paint apps in the way of like these red bits right here, blue bits, these kind of tan colored bits. You have the additional new weaponry and stuff, and it has more of a black wash and just more of the line detail that's actually molded in there. It is pretty much superior in every single way, which is really why I'd love ultimate versions of Cheno Alpha and Crimson Typhoon, but doesn't look like we're going to get them. So taking a look at accessories, and something I really wanted to take a look at was this right here, the Marvel Legends rocket launcher, the new launcher that we've gotten with Punisher and Deadpool, and we'll most likely be getting it for quite some time in the future as well. As soon as I saw these things, I thought, is that going to work with this? And for all of you Marvel Legends fans right there, yes, it does. It fits absolutely perfectly, and it looks absolutely amazing. I absolutely adore the look of this. Now, the awesome thing about these accessories is that the three are different lengths. So if I plug this back in here, you can plug it in any of those holes. You can see that they are actually varied lengths, so it doesn't look like they're all firing at the same time out of that chest piece. So you can obviously go ahead and use whichever one you like, but they're going to fit in things like Iron Man figures' hands. I don't really see why you'd want a missile coming out of it, but whatever. They fit in like all these different kinds of weaponry and stuff with that size peg. So that's fantastic. So there's a bunch of weapons out there that you could go ahead and plug these in from lots of other different toy lines. So these are absolutely fantastic for any of you ACBA guys out there. If you want a missile that looks absolutely awesome, you've got the orange translucent plastic right there. Really epic, like chrome and gold missiles right there. These are a perfect choice for you. As for the rest of the accessories on this guy, this chest piece right here is removable, and you can plug in the regular chest piece. So here's the removable one that has got the open chest, and here is the regular one right there. You can see it's got the exact same paint apps and stuff, it's just been opened up. Epic sort of gunmetal silver on top of the dark grey or black, whatever colour that is inside there. Yeah, kind of dark bluey kind of grey, I'd say. It looks absolutely phenomenal. The detail is just awesome. Let's go ahead and plug this one back in right here. There we go. We have the blades. So the blades, you can unpeg them, but they're just in there just so they can rotate. And as you can see, here's a pair of extended ones, here's the unextended ones. So they simply just rotate right here and go back into position. They look absolutely awesome. We also have these rear fins which just peg in. They're just out, I think, just for the package really. I don't really think that you're meant to take them off at all. But what we do have that you can take off is this. It's the nuke. It's the payload from the end of the movie. And it has the little ball joints right here so that you can open these up and make it look the way that it should. And then it just pegs into the center of the back right in there. It's quite tight, so I'm not going to put it in all the way right now. But you get the general idea. You can go ahead and put that in the back. That's phenomenal. So taking a closer look at this guy, we have some dry brush silver on him, which makes him look a little bit beaten up, but at the same time you've got this wash on there and all those lines. It doesn't make him look too beaten up, but at the same time, he looks well maintained, yet battle damaged at the same time. It looks really fantastic. It's just enough to make the figure pop and make it look not boring. You can see him shining away there, just on the edges. The dry brushing is all in exactly the right places, exactly where you would expect to find some battle damage. We have the gold right on the edge of the knuckles right there, looking fantastic. You have the red details in here as well. It just looks awesome. The attention to detail on this thing within the sculpt is just phenomenal. Even on the head, like, one big standout thing from me is the movie is the hatch when they stood on top, and there it is, there's the hatch. Everything's molded in and it just looks phenomenal. Especially the dog right there on the logo and everything, and the writing here. It looks fantastic. So let's have a look at the articulation. The head is on a ball joint, so you can get it looking left and right. It is very stiff on mine, but you can do it. And it looks down a good amount too, doesn't really look up, and you can pivot it side to side. The shoulders, this thing is on a joint right here, so this can come out to the side, and it also rotates right there as well. But then you also have a second joint just underneath there. Let's just do it on this one because it's a little less stiff. So you can get a bit more movement side to side out of that as well. Rotation and a single jointed elbow, as well as a single joint and a rotation there at the wrist as well. You have a ball joint at this top section, so you can rotate around like that and get a bit of a crunch going, and also rotate left to right, pivot side to side, and then you have just a normal waist rotation down at the bottom section here, so it can look very natural in turning left and right. Down at the hips right here you have rotation, which is very important because when you move it up and down you can only move that far and out to the side. But if you rotate it as it comes up, you can lift the leg all that way. Now obviously that looks bad, but you can rotate the knee and bring it down, so you can still get him looking really, really awesome in a kind of crouched pose or running pose or something. And then down at the feet you have the double ball joints, so up, down, left and right, and ankle pivot, so you can fully utilize how wide those legs can actually make him stand. So overall, this guy looks fantastic. Here he is, just real quick next to a Marvel Legends figure, so you can have some pretty cool dioramas there. He's about 8 inches tall. He looks absolutely amazing. The articulation is just so seamless. You don't lose any of the looks, yet the articulation is actually really, really good. The paint detail and the molded in detail is just phenomenal. I couldn't ask for anything more from this figure. I mean, honestly, the thing I love most are just these missiles and the versatility of them. Not only can they look badass on him, but you can even put them with other things, for example that Marvel Legends rocket launcher, and make them even more badass too. So like I said, stay tuned for the other Pacific Rim figures that I have coming very, very soon. And yeah, if you enjoyed this video, go ahead and give it a like. And if you want to see more pictures of anything else from my collection, check out my Instagram. It's Homerino123 and the link is in the description below. And for more Pacific Rim reviews and other Ultimate stuff from NECA, I have more Terminator stuff coming too. Go ahead and subscribe. So thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time.